too loud because I'm in Tesco's supermarket on the east side of Inverness, and it's 8 minutes past 8 on Thursday the 12th of September. Now, you may remember yesterday I walked from Nairn to here, in fact just about 2 miles up the road, when I had to abandon the walk because the traffic just got seriously busy. It's about 4 o'clock. It was the beginnings of rush hour, and the A96 doesn't lend itself very well to pedestrians, and the amount of traffic that suddenly arrived made it very dangerous, and it would have been stupid to carry on. I was frightened at times by the speed of the motorists, the volume of the traffic, and because they were all kind of started to get bunched up together, and there was many big lorries involved in it as well. Cars were obviously couldn't see me at all until they were right on top of me, and it just got too dangerous, and there was no way I could get off the road because the curbs were made of soil and mud, and they were all rutted, and it was dangerous walking on them because I could have tripped and I could have fell onto the road into the traffic, and that was my main concern. Not so much skipping the traffic, but the walking surface was absolutely appalling and dangerous. So I think I did the right thing, and I've only skipped a couple of miles. I've got here to this Tesco. My intention now is I'm just going to sit and have a nice breakfast, and then I'm going to walk right across Inverness out to the other end and across the bridge, or I don't know what's in front of me. I've got no idea what to expect. I'm not sure whether you actually can walk across all the bridges, but I'm going to give it a go. That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Just been handed my breakfast. So, as I say, that's what's in front of me. It's my intention, if I can, to get as near to Dingwall as I possibly can today. I did a 20-mile walk yesterday, and I feel fine this morning. It should have been 24 miles, but as I say, I cut it short, so I'm just going to skip 2 miles from, I can't remember the name of the place where I stopped and got the bus, but that's only 2 miles away. It doesn't look a very nice day actually. It's forecast rain this morning, so it's probably as well that I'm just going to be road walking. I could leave the van here and then get 1 or 2 buses back from wherever I get to. I've got no intention of pushing myself that hard to get to Dingwall, and I must keep an eye on which buses to catch to make my own way back here, but at least I'll be able to find that, or even get a taxi back here if all else fails. But I felt a bit tired yesterday, and I was considering having a day off, but I haven't got the time. I've got to get on. I've got this feeling in my senses now that I've got to really pull out all the stops now, and even though it hurts a bit, I've only got 9 walking days to go, so I've done pretty well. I'm absolutely confident I'm going to do the rest of them. The only worry being is the amount of road walking I've got to do, and apart from it being absolutely boring, it just goes on and on and on and on. It's not good for the soul, believe me, just hour after hour after hour of road walking, and it's uninteresting. There's not a lot to see, and again, it's dangerous, but I think I'm going to be getting an awful lot of that in the next 9 days. Spoke with Ray, who's still hopeful of coming up. He can't make it for the 22nd, so I said, well, don't worry about that, Ray. He's got to go to a wedding on the 21st, and on the 22nd it's too much to ask for him to get up here after a wedding. He needs a day or 2 off, so I've said to him, just take your time, get up here sort of Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday after the 22nd, which he's chewing over the information I've given him and the days and how he's going to do it and everything, and he's going to let me know. Ralph also is keen on coming back, or that's what he said when he was here last, and I'm quite sure he's going to turn up, and that will be an absolute brilliant absolutely brilliant if Ralph comes again, and like he was the last time when he came up here last week. We got 4 walking days, we did over 60 miles, and we got on like a house on fire as we do. We had some fun and laughs and plenty of beer and tea. So I'm going to have this lovely breakfast now, and then I'm going to get on with my day. So, as I always say, it's a bla bricht, moonlicht nicht, tonicht. See you, Jimmy. So it's just before 9 o'clock now. I've been into Tesco's and had a lovely breakfast. I'm not quite sure what's going on now. What I'm going to do is to sort out my head, is to actually go for a ride from one end of Inverness to the other using the A96 to find out just where I can walk, and also find a suitable place to the north side of Inverness to stop and stay the night, and also where there is a good bus service back into Inverness, because I need to get myself back to here, which I know how I can do that, and then walk. But first I need to go and have a look. And so it's a recce, and I do this quite often. So here we go, and this is taking us along the A96, which is a busy road. Inverness is a much bigger place than I expected. I went into the centre last night to get the train, and it's, you could be in Birmingham or somewhere. I mean, I know it's a much smaller population, but it certainly looks well developed from what I can remember, and I was here, I don't know, maybe about 15 years ago, I think, and so it's changed dramatically. So let's go and have a look and see the roads and how the land lies. Now this is Pat. It's a bit windy up here, and he's cycling from Groats to Land's End.
Oh yes.
How's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad. 80 miles the first day, 60 miles the second. It's actually my birthday today, so I'm stopping off in
well, happy birthday.
Inverness. Yeah,
oh, right.
31.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well done, mate. Well
no worries,
done.
no worries.
How long do you reckon it's going to take you?
I've got 2.5 more weeks off work.
Right.
But they're very understanding.
Oh, well. Best of luck to you, mate.
Cheers, dude. And
Cheers.
you.
Bye now. It's 1 o'clock now, and here I am at North Keswick, which is immediately at the north side of the bridge, which I've just walked over, and you can see Loch Ness. I'm keeping my eyes open for the monster. So, because it's only a small viewfinder, if you should see something that I didn't see, then I'd like you to let me know. I'm looking for It's got like 2 humps and a kind of a long head, you know. So there'll be prizes for anybody who spots the Loch Ness monster. How's that? So I've done my bit really in terms of getting out of Inverness. Not that there's anything wrong with the place, but it's a bit complicated. And I'm pleased to be now away from Inverness, and hopefully the traffic's going to die down quite considerably. Sorry. I'm going to be experiencing the A9 over and over and over again, I think. I'm heading back to Tor, where I left the van, on the truck stop car park, and I'll hopefully be staying there tonight, subject to it having decent internet. And if it doesn't, it means that I'm going to have to drive all the way back to Tesco, because it will have. And there was no problem around that area in transmitting stuff to YouTube in previous days from not too far away, so I'm quite sure that I'll be okay. But as I say, I'll have to put it to the test first and then go from there. When I get to Tor, I'm going to have a really good session getting up to date with as much of the paperwork side of this as I can. And when I say the paperwork, I mean answering people and answering messages and making 1 or 2 arrangements with people and all this kind of thing. My good friend Ray, you remember Ray, he was with me when I walked through Edinburgh and that direction. He's from Ellesmere Port. I've had a communication with him this morning, and he's definitely coming to John O'Groats, and also Dave that you met the other day with his wife Lorraine, and I think it was Lorraine. If it wasn't, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it was. And they're going to come as well, and I'm just waiting to hear from Ralph, so we could have a bit of a party on our hands. And of course, anybody else who wants to come up, you're more than welcome. I wouldn't expect you people from Cornwall to come up here for a few cans of Stella or whatever we're going to have, but we're going to have a little party. I'm sure we'll go have a meal. I know there's a very nice campsite there which I need to book well in advance, but I'm going to take a chance really. It all depends on the weather, and you know, for all of these things that I say, I've got so many days and so many walking days and so on. It can all change overnight really. This wind is really strong again. It's blowing a gale yet again in my face, but as I move off the coast it might be a little bit better. It was really hard work on the bridge. I had to take my hat off, otherwise it would have blown off. It was so strong, and so you would have seen quite a number of shaky kind of pictures, so forgive that. So I've had my tea and I'm ready to go, and I'm heading for Tor, T-O-R.